one of the best things on the planet. I've been wearing patchouli, and I especially love the aged patchouli, since I was about 23, I think, 23, 24. So, over 20 years, I've been wearing this stuff. And, the first time, this bottle here is my favorite, and it's lasted me a really long time. It's not very big. See how big it is. But, the first time I ever smelled patchouli was in a shop called Montage in Greenville, Ohio, where I was born. And on Broadway, our Broadway, let me tell you about our Broadway. Even when my dad was in high school, Mom and Dad used to cruise Broadway. And at one end of Broadway is a statue of Annie Oakley, which is a sharpshooter, a lady who traveled with Wild Bill and gang. And she did tricks with her shotgun. She could shoot a nickel in the air, blindfolded, every time. Little Miss Sure Shot, Annie Oakley. Greenville was her stomping grounds. So anyway, at one end of Broadway, there was an Annie Oakley statue. And at the other end of Broadway was a sandwich shop. And in the middle, there was a fountain that went around a circle. And kids used to throw those soap nuggets, like for dishwashers or whatever, into those fountains. And man, it would piss off the city. But sometime after I had my first child, they put a stop to it. There was just too much going on. But anyway, up and down Broadway was these mom and pop shops. And one of them was a shop called Montage. And it was a little French kind of shop. And they sold healthy sandwiches and homemade ice cream. And then they sold like dried flowers and herbs and incense and oils. And I would go in there all the time just to smell stuff. And one day I opened a bottle of patchouli, and I did leave without purchasing the bottle, but I wasn't gone long. All day I kept smelling that patchouli, and I finally went back and I bought my first bottle of patchouli. And if you've never smelled patchouli, it's one of those that you either like it or you don't like it. It's a very earthy scent, and I love earthy stuff. And it's made, they use it in a lot of perfumes, especially men's perfume. I think like Polo, the green Polo. I love green Polo. Shoo. And that was another thing back in school, back in the 80s. Girls were wearing men's cologne. And I used to wear the green Polo and green Polo and chaps. Yes, I did. Just a little tidbit this morning on patchouli. Even though I'm supposed to know all this stuff because I'm a witch, right? I'm supposed to know their properties and everything. I just know that it's an earthy scent, and it's supposed to it's supposed to be like a what do they call it? It's supposed to make you horny. I can't think of the word for it. An aphrodisiac. No, that's food. I don't know. But it's supposed to be a very attractive scent. And let me tell you, I've had many men and women say, "Ooh, you're wearing patchouli," when I'm checking out at the store or something. But I've never had anybody go, "Ew, you're wearing patchouli." But I had a friend once that said, "Oh, you got that shit on again?" Well, hell yeah, I wear it. I mean, all the time. And my kids say that everything I own smells like patchouli. And so I hadn't worn it for a while because when I quit using the dope, I just started feeling really sick, and I guess my body's been detoxing. But today I feel good, and I wore this the other day when I went to get my teeth pulled. And now, guess what? It's the season of the witch. And I'm starting to feel great. And I'm fixing to go to Michael's. And they have some vintage Halloween items in their store that cannot be purchased online. And so, this is my time to shine, dudes. Dudettes. So my daughter and I are going, and I told her, I said, "I'm already up, I've got my coffee, the dog's been out in like 15 minutes. And she goes, "On the ball today, are we, eh?" I said, "Hell yeah, it's the season of the witch, let's do this." And I'm even going to drive in the big town. Love y'all. Laters.